great furry pelt, which may be his blanket or shawl, and a huge stone headed hammer, which you would have no hope of budging. Fire burns in one corner of the cavern. Under a hole in the ceiling, there appears to be no other way through the cavern. I don't. I was hoping we could try to sneak by it, but there doesn't appear to be anything. Now, he may have something on his person. You know what, Jenna? If you're still here, let's. Okay. Apparently, I dropped the stream and didn't realize it. Um, I don't know how long I was out, but we're looking at a giant, and we can either try to take it on or turn back. I'm just going to roll for it. Blue, we try to fight this thing. Red, we turn and try our luck elsewhere. Red, we're going to turn around. You arrive back at the junction and turn eastwards. You arrive at another junction. An arrow on the wall points northwards. You decide to proceed in this direction. Passage runs north, and ahead you can hear the splashing of an underground river. You still don't have the gold. The air becomes cool and fresh. You can reach a wide opening of a river bank, but despair as you look across to see no way through to the other side. To the east, the river flows through a cave in the rock. You may sit, rest, and eat provisions if you wish. I mean, yeah, we could bring our stamina up, I guess. Oh. You squat on the sandy bank. As you prepare your meal, you notice movement in the sand a couple of meters to your left. The movement becomes quite turbulent, and you spring to your feet, sword at the ready. Suddenly, a large tubular head breaks through the surface, twists around in the air, and it picks up your scent. The smooth, segmented body of a giant sandworm rears up and sways over in your direction. As it does so, a large orifice with short, spiky teeth opens in what must be its head. The sleeper has awakened. Oof. There we go. Panting after the struggle, you sit down to collect yourself and finish the provisions you started. You regain 4 stamina. When you're finished, you pack your bag and wade into the stream. Here we go. The current is strong and takes you swiftly downstream. You're washed along through a narrow opening and out into a large cavern with banks on both sides. The current washes you onto the south bank. Now we're at the ferryman. And we know we don't have the money for the ferry. Um, I'm going to try this raft. I mean, we've already been in the water. It would almost make sense to just swim, but I really think this is a riddles in the dark situation here, and I don't want to risk it. So we're going to get on this raft and try to make our way across. Climb onto the raft and start to punch your way across the river. Going is not easy. In the middle of the river, the raft seems to take on a will of its own and bobs up and down dangerously. You realize it is attempting to capsize itself and throw you into the river. We can either trust our strength and luck, hold on and keep punting to the north shore, or jump into the water and attempt to swim back to the south. We definitely don't want to swim. We don't want to go back the way we came. So we're gonna we're gonna test our luck. Grip tightly onto the pole and do your best to resist the raft's attempts to throw you off. Nope. The raft throws you into the water and you start to swim back to the south bank. To your amazement, the raft turns round in midstream and makes its way back to the south bank. You quicken your pace, aware that your splashing may at any time attract the attentions of any underwater creatures living in the river. Previous attempt to cross the river has failed. You are back on the south bank. Which method of crossing will you choose this time? Um, I don't know if I trust the rickety bridge, but I don't know if I want to swim it either. Let's go to the bridge. The timbers of the bridge are rotting and decayed from years of neglect. A single plank snaps under your foot. You manage to regain your footing, but as you reach the middle of the bridge, it begins swinging to and fro as it strains to take your weight. You lean on the handrail and suddenly it breaks. You manage to regain your balance and continue along the treacherous bridge. The bridge is slippery from the splashing of the water. At one point, you slip on a tuft of wet moss covering the timbers. So, this is just a series of luck rolls. You manage to hold onto the bridge and carefully rise to your feet. Without further incident, you reach the north bank. You manage to hold on and maneuver the raft across the north bank. That may be a misprint. You arrive safely, but as you step onto the bank, the raft drifts away and makes its way across the river to the south bank. Okay, yeah. You have arrived on the north bank of a fast flowing river and a large underground cavern. Facing northwards, the rock face is smooth and glistening with moisture. Moss of many different hues grows on the surface. There's an eerie silence punctuated only by the splashing of the river as it flows behind you. We have three options. Passage runs off to the northwest. A large timber door is directly in front of you in the middle of the rock face. Another passage runs out along the river eastwards. I wonder if okay, that's pretty cool. Um, I say we go. I say we go for this door. Find yourself in a short, narrow passageway with a door ahead to the north. You try this door. Door squeaks open on rusty hinges. The room is dark and your eyes begin to adjust as you close the door behind you. You hear a shuffling in the room, but before you can react, a blow to your head knocks you senseless. You lose 2 stamina. We are still alive. You awake with a throbbing head and look around. The room is about 8 meters square with doors to the north and south. You have been dumped in the southwest corner. Standing motionless in the center of the room are 4 men. At least they appear to be men. Their skin is a greeny gray color. Their clothes are tattered and torn, and they are all staring vacantly at the ceiling. One carries a club, one a scythe, one an axe, and one a pick. They are ignoring you completely. Around the room are various peasant style weapons, pitchforks, axe handles, pointed sticks, etc. 1 or 2 shields, and several barrels. In the northeast corner is a human corpse with a sword in one hand and a shield in the other. Move your hand up to your head to feel for signs of blood, and you're relieved to find you're not bleeding. But as your hand moves, the strange creatures in the center of the room turn their eyes down towards you. Do we try to talk to them? Do we jump to our feet and charge them with our sword? Or do we scramble for the south door? Um, let me get my DCC D3. 1, we try to talk. 2, we jump and charge. And 3, we scramble for the exit. 1, we're going to try and talk to these jokers. Their vocabulary is limited to a series of moans and groans. They appear not to be intelligent at all. Furthermore, your conversation merely serves to attract their attention to you. They grip their weapons, and it looks as though you will have to fight them. However, there's a slim chance that you could make it to the door you came through. Now we'll roll our chance cubes. Blue, we try to escape. Red, we fight. Red, we fight. 4 creatures shuffling towards you are mindless zombies. Their vacant eyes suggest that their actions are controlled by a will which is not their own. You are still too dizzy to think properly, but you must act quickly. The first zombie reaches you and prepares to swing its club. All right. Ooh, close. All right, 1 down. 2 down. Ooh. Oh, come on. Poor wretches lying dead at your feet almost look happy to be relieved of the burden of life. But as you look down at them, you sense that you are not the only one who knows of their deaths. You feel lucky to have survived against so many foes. You gain 2 luck points. Looking around the room, there are a few things you can investigate. So look more closely at the weapons lying around, uh, the dead body, or the barrels. Surely we can do all of them, right? Let's go for the weapons. You find nothing remarkable about the weapons. In fact, not a single weapon looks more useful than your sword. As you search the debris, you hear a deep thumping from the north, followed by a scream which sends a shiver down your spine. You rush to the north door to investigate. It's not going to let me look at the other 2. Crap. I should have done the dude's body. The door opens, and you find yourself in a dark crypt of some kind. The room is very large, and at one end is an altar, and various coffins are strewn about the room. There's a door behind you in the south wall, and also one in the west wall. Want to investigate? Our place gives us creeps. We leave via the west door. Blue, we investigate. Red, we head west. Blue. Silence is deathly. Slow drip startles you as you creep around the coffins. The altar is ornately carved and studded with jewels. Beautifully woven drapes hang from the walls, although they are threadbare in places. There are 3 coffins in the room. A creaking noise makes you whirl around, and the light from your lantern falls on the largest coffin. It is opening. As you watch, a tall man with a white face sits upright. His eyes open and fall on you. His expression changes from one of tranquility to one of abject hate. His mouth opens and a terrifying hiss comes from his throat. His teeth are wolf like. He beckons you to come over. Do you approach him as he wishes? Draw your sword and prepare to fight. Reach in your bag for another means of attack, which we don't have, or run. We don't have, I know we don't have another means of attack. I'm going to roll. We can, 1, we approach. 2, we draw sword. 3, we run. One. As you approach, you feel his eyes burn into you with considerable power. You begin to weaken under his gaze. You lose 1 stamina point. You are gradually losing your own will. If you're still alive, you may either draw your sword and fight, or look for some means of attack in your bag. No, we don't have, I mean, all we've got is this shield. Let's just draw a sword. You draw your sword to face the vampire. but its powerful gaze holds your attention. As you approach, he rises from his coffin, spreads his cloak, and takes you under it. Your last living memory is a flash of pain as his sharp teeth sink into your neck. You should never have let yourself make eye contact with a vampire. The end. This really is a like if you make the wrong choice, you're gonna pay for it. Uh, yeah, I mean it's already yeah, it's getting on 9 o'clock. I don't think we're gonna try another run. Um, but this is cool. We're going to definitely come back to this and we're going to figure it out. We're going to get through this. We may not go through. I may not stream like all of the beginning part. I may play through up to the river crossing, and then next time I stream, we'll pick up there. But yeah, I like this. I like I said, I've always loved choose your own adventure books. I loved them when I was a kid, and I bought the board game version of Choose Your Own Adventure for my daughter a couple of years ago. We love it. So yeah, I fully expect we'll be jumping back into this in the near future. I'm not sure when that will be. Of course, coming up on Christmas, we've got a lot going on. And as I said at the top of the stream, we're going to be moving our Star Forge game to, looks like to a Thursday night. I don't know when that's going to start. Just scheduling conflicts, we had to make a change. And we may be adding a new player due to that change, which is one of the reasons we're making it. So that's a good thing. And I may be back next Sunday night with more of this, if nothing else comes up between now and then. So yeah, and you can join us over on our Discord server if you would like. We love having new people join, and there's always room for more people to jump into games with us. And this will be uploaded onto our YouTube channel, and be there for the VOD tomorrow morning. So yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this this run through. We died twice, but hey, it could be worse. And I hope you have a great week, and we will see you next time we're live. Take it easy, everybody.